If you go into the student shared area, Year 10, Bristol Controlled Assessment, and then Google Earth, I'm going to talk you through how to make some pretty neat graphs on Google Earth itself. First thing first, you've got pins and areas. If you open up pins, all this does is open up the 4 locations and pinpoints on Google Earth, 4 locations that you visited on the day. I've made these for you already because I'm nice. Top tip, if you see anything down here which has a tick in it, if you notice it adds on lots of different confusing what we call layers. I would recommend taking them all off so you've just got your 4 pins. If we go back to the folder again and maybe open our Barbicide areas now, what you can see is I've got the areas in colour, the whole area, and also the pins of locations you went to. You can take them on and off as you wish. What I'd recommend for now, and it's a good habit to get into, is to leave that temporary places folder empty, okay? And also the My Places, if there's anything in it, delete it. You can close Google Earth down now, and you need to find a program in your start menu called GE Graph. So if I have a look up here, I can see GE Graph. What you need to do now is open up that Google Earth file that I just showed you. So you might, top tip might be to drag it onto the desktop so you can just open it from there, but it's easier on my computer. So if I go to Google Earth and open up pins, which is the one I'm working with, what you'll see on the right hand side here is the longitude and latitude have been pinpointed for these pins. What I'm going to do is, I'm making up this data, but I'm going to add in values for whatever graph I'm making. It might be the pedestrian count. Obviously every graph needs a title, so I am going to do a bar graph showing the pedestrian count for our pedestrian count for the Bristol Harborside area. If you look just below, it says show title and GE. You need to do that because otherwise, well, like I said, a graph is pointless without a title. Now if you look on the left hand side here, we're going to work our way down just to make a bar graph. The size, when it refers to, it's the actual width of the bar. Now in a bar graph, we know that the bars always stay the same, so we're going to say constant. Obviously, the height is going to go according to value because bar graphs go up and down accordingly. And for this case, we're going to go constant. The next task you have is choosing how wide your bars are. Now, I'm going to try 50 centimeters. Okay, we'll see how that goes. I'm going to pick my favorite color, pink, for the color of the bars. Now, just for clarity, what I might do is run this through so you can see, because I've made a few mistakes and you may have spotted them already. So if you click run, and I'm going to save this to my area, I'm going to give it a good title, that will do, and go save. What you'll see now is it will open up the graph in Google Earth. And there we have it. But what you might see and might notice is there are a few mistakes. First of all, we don't know the values for each of these bars. Secondly, the bars themselves are absolutely tiny. And thirdly, we don't know the names of the places. What you can do to rectify this is to go back to the GE graph, make the changes, so I know centimetres is too small, I'll try metres, and also I can put the place value, place name, and then if you go run, it allows you to replace it and save over the top. I guess another problem I could possibly see in here, and you can play around with this, is maybe my bars are too high and too tall. What you can do is it gives you a scale here. Try halving the scale and see what happens. Hopefully what you'll find is it makes the bars a bit smaller and actually you can fit the screen in better. Now you're going to take a screenshot of this and stick it into your project. But what I quite like to do sometimes is maybe if I open up the areas, so I can have the pins and the areas on top. That is how you make bar charts on Google Earth.